Yes, people, this is your girl Aleisha Lee and welcome back to another episode of Aleisha Lee Reviews. This is Black Mirror Season 7, Episode 2, Bête Noir. Let's get into this. The episode starts where we are introduced to Maria. In the background, we can hear that there is a news report about a woman who has recently passed away. Maria is currently working on a new creation which will be presented to a focus group later on in the day. Take note of the hat that Maria's boyfriend is wearing. This is going to pop up later on. Whilst at work, Maria notices that one of the focus group members is someone that she actually knows from school. This is Verity. Maria, you can see that she is quite surprised to see her, and she even mentions that her appearance has changed. It seems that Verity has definitely had a glow up. The group go in to try Maria's creation for the first time and it isn't looking very good. They are not impressed. Now Verity, however, she goes in for another piece and she encourages the group to give it another go. They all enjoy it on the second time around, which is definitely a relief for Maria. Her colleague even said thank God for Verity because it really wasn't looking good. But thanks to Verity and her influence, it led the rest of the group to give it another try. Afterwards, we see Verity and Maria meet in the ladies' room. This is where you could see that there was a lot of awkward tension between the two. Verity mentions that she enjoyed the focus group and she's thinking about applying for the role that is advertised on the website. Maria lets her know that there isn't a role, and if there were, she would know about it, but she reassures Verity that there isn't any available positions. Things get even more awkward between the two when Verity starts to talk about how she was in school, mentioning that she was really a computer nerd, and you can see how uncomfortable Maria is at this point. Maria makes a swift exit to go and check out the website, and lo and behold, yes, there is a new position available. She speaks to her boss Gabe about it and wants to know what happened, how come she didn't know, and Gabe lets her know that they do need more help, things are going really well and they do need more staff. Gabe also mentions that the boss, Mr. Ditter, he will be coming to visit the offices. Back at home, Maria is speaking to Kay, letting him know about her day and about her encounter with Verity, how she was in the focus group and now she's talking about applying for a role at her workplace. She goes on to mention that Verity was a computer nerd at school and that there were rumors going around about Verity and a teacher. There was another student named Natalie Kane who was responsible for spreading that rumor around. It's now Tuesday and we can see that Verity, she's got the job interview with Gabe. This girl doesn't waste any time at all. Monday, she was in the focus group. Tuesday, she is now in the interview for the research assistant position. Now, Verity does get the job, much to Maria's dismay. She has a word with Gabe to question him about why this is done so fast. She also mentions to Gabe that she used to go to school with Verity and that she was a bit, so it would be best to get some additional checks done. Gabe reassures Maria that he will look into it. It's now Wednesday. Gabe lets Maria know that he checked everything out with Verity and everything checks out. She's all good. Maria is giving Verity some instructions on the ingredients that she will be needing for the latest product. Now, Maria is very specific when it comes to a particular product and Verity is making notes of this. But there does seem to be a kerfuffle in the office, so Maria says that she will email Verity all of the ingredients instead. There's talk in the office about the best chicken shop. Verity is saying she loves Amorley's, but Nick, he loves Bernie's. This is where Maria turns around and lets him know it is not Bernie's, it's Barney's. But Nick and the rest of the team let Maria know, no, it is Bernie's. This is where they go to Google and to Maria's surprise, yes, it says Bernie's. She is so confused, and when she gets home, she is even more confused because she sees that her boyfriend's hat says Bernie's. He even says to her that he should know, he used to work there for a year, so he should know it's Bernie's. Maria's going through old school pictures on Facebook and decides to send a message to Natalie Kane. It's now Thursday and Mr. Ditter is in the building. he is sampling some of Maria's creations and he is really enjoying them. Now, as Maria lists off the ingredients, we can see that the cook, she is in a panic. Gabe can see that something is up with Yudi, and when he asks her what's going on, she lets them know that it was beef gelatine. And this is where Gabe lets them both know that Ditta is Hindu and that is not acceptable. This is where Maria is shocked because she was very specific. She tells Yudi it was meant to be carrageenan, and Yudi says that was not on Verity's list. This is where Maria is putting 2 and 2 together and she realizes that Verity was trying to sabotage her. Gabe, Maria and Verity are in the meeting room discussing what exactly happened. You can see that Maria is clearly frustrated. Verity is letting Maria know that she is mistaken and that she did put non-pork gelatine in the email. Maria is adamant that she did specify carrageenan in her email, and when they go to check the email, it says non-pork gelatine. Oh my goodness. Maria, you can tell she is completely confused as to what is going on. Back at home, Maria is letting Kay know everything about what's going on with Verity at work. He's a bit worried. He's feeling that Maria is a bit obsessed at the moment. She gets a response back from Natalie's number, but unfortunately it's her husband letting Maria know that Natalie has sadly passed away. This was actually foreshadowed right at the beginning of the show when we heard that news announcement about the woman that had passed away. That woman was actually Natalie. Maria calls Natalie's phone to speak to her husband Dan to try and get some more information as to what happened to Natalie. He let her know that Natalie took her own life. Now, Maria is trying to fish for information, and you can see that Kay is really embarrassed now because the man has just lost his wife, and then we've got Maria here trying to quiz him about what happened. And he lets her know that Natalie, she wasn't rational, she was saying things, she was feeling certain things, and Maria can relate to this because this sounds like what she is currently going through. She does ask about Verity and mentions her, but Dan says he doesn't know who that is, and he tells Maria not to contact him again. Like, come on, Maria, the man has just lost his wife, and then this is what you're doing. You barely even got out of condolences to him. I don't even think she done that. The way that Kay looked at Maria, thank you, Kay, because you gave her that look. That was for all of us. It's now Friday. Maria has reached the office and is greeted by Verity, who lets her know that there is a team meeting going on, but for some reason Maria did not get the memo. They go on to talk about their issues and also talk about their time in school. This is where Verity talks about Mr. Kendrick and the rumors that were going around. Maria reassures her that these were just rumors that she didn't really believe, and she apologizes that she had to go through all of that. This is where we see Verity stone cold looks Maria in the eye as she drinks Louisa's milk. We see that Louisa has been battling for her milk throughout the episode, only now to see that Verity is drinking all of it and left the remains on the floor. Verity goes back to her desk like nothing ever happened, and this is where we see the rest of the team come out from the meeting. Gabe is asking Maria what happened, why wasn't she at the meeting, but Maria is still completely in shock after witnessing Verity's drinking milk act. This is so ironic because back in school when she was teased, she was called milkmaid. So I guess she's making a point to Maria by drinking the milk. Louisa, once again, she wants to know who is the almond milk stealer. She says she just bought this, so what is going on? This is where we see Maria lets it be known that it was Verity. Obviously, Verity is acting innocent, and Gabe says, no worries, we will check the footage, roll the tape. Maria made it very clear it wasn't her, as she has a nut allergy. Remember, Louisa's milk is almond milk, so drinking that would not be a good result for Maria. Now, if we didn't think things were strange enough as it is, this is where it just completely goes left. When watching the security footage, we see that Maria is backing the almond juice like nothing. How? We witnessed what happened. It was Verity, but now we are seeing on the security footage, no, it was Maria. Maria starts to go mad. She is letting everyone know it is not me. I have a nut allergy. Now, These guys, they don't even know what a nut allergy is. Saying nut allergy, they have no idea what a nut allergy is. Maria goes on to Google nut allergy, and it's not there. Nut allergy does not exist. Maria is absolutely losing it. Maria tries to go for Verity. Gabe holds her back, and this leads to Maria losing her job. She is let go from Ditta. Determined to find out exactly what is going on, Maria follows Verity home, and she is amazed to see that Verity lives in this massive mansion. Now, Maria, who is now at the point of obsession, she breaks into Verity's house, and this is where we see Maria break into a room full of computers. We later find out that this is actually a quantum compiler. Maria has reached Verity's room, and we can see that she's got pictures with celebrities. She's got portraits of herself. What is going on? But this is where we see that Maria has to hide after she finds the pendant. Now, Verity, she's a smart girl, and she knows that something is going on. This is where she tells Maria to get out from underneath her bed, and Maria lays it all out. She knows that Verity is changing reality with the pendant. Now, Verity goes on to explain that the pendant is just a remote which links to the quantum compiler, which enables her to change the reality. It's on a timeline where only Maria knows what's really going on. Verity admits to her involvement in Natalie's death, and also mentions that Natalie took 5 weeks to break, whereas Maria, it's only taken her 5 days. Maria admits to being the one that started the rumor back in school about Verity. Maria tries to reassure Verity that she can move past this, she can forget about it. With the powers that she has, she can do anything, and this is where Verity lets her know that she done everything, any and everything you could think of, but she still is reminded of that time. Verity goes on to taunt Maria, insinuating that she will also do the same as Natalie in taking her life. But this is where we see Maria absolutely takes all her frustration out on Verity and lunges for her. Verity, she uses her pendant to call the police, who are there in literally a second. This is where things start to get even more heated. Just as the police are about to take Maria away, Maria draws for his weapon and uses it on Verity. Yes, Verity is out of here. Now, remember, the pendant does use fingerprint recognition. This is where Maria uses her brain. She uses Verity's finger and says, "Make the pendant work for me." And this is where we see that the police officers, she's commanded them to work for her. Now, she's also commanded that she is the Empress of the universe, and we see that she is there in all her glory, and this is where the episode ends. I don't know who's worse, Maria or Verity. I don't know who is worse. What an episode that was. Maria didn't even have that pendant for 4 minutes before she was already the queen of the universe. What is going on? This just goes to show you guys, sometimes you just need to let it go. Imagine if Verity was able to just let it go. She would have had a great life, been able to move forward, but no. All of this, trying to get revenge, all of that led to her losing her life. And now we see that Maria has got all of this power, and I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm really not sure. And this is why we love Black Mirror, because it leaves you with these questions. Is it a good thing that Maria's got this power now? Has she learned anything? I don't know. Let me know what you think though. What did you think about this episode? I'm going to give this episode 7 boys out of 10. I thought it was a good episode. It was entertaining, and this technology that Verity created really played with Maria's mind, and you could see just over the course of the week how much it was having an effect on her. Knowing what we know now and looking back throughout the episode, you will see every time Verity uses the pendant, and this is where she changed reality. Very good episode. I did enjoy it, but let me know how many warriors out of 10 you would give it. In the next episode, we will be reviewing Hotel Reverie. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you are notified when that episode is up. I will catch you in the next review. Don't know. Boy. Pick up your foot and left. People don't